Speak Between the Lines podcast.
The shit that's uncool to talk about,
we make cool to listen to.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Amber and Amber podcast. I'm Amber W. Hey, Amber C.
Hey, Amber W. How you doing, girl?
Good, I'm all right. I'm tired. Got me up in the middle of the night. I'm here chit-chatting.
I'm so sorry, but we got company.
We got company, but we're gonna get into that in a bit. Normally we do congratulate our e-gift card winner from the last show, but we haven't had one yet. So sounds like somebody's bad day, but somebody's better day, because we got another opportunity for you to win a $100 Amex gift card. So make sure you stay tuned to this very, very special episode we got going today, because it's gonna be a lot for you to pay attention to. But in order to win that gift card, you got to pay attention to the entire podcast. At the end, we're going to ask you a question that relates to something that we have discussed at some point. And if you think you got the right answer, you know what to do. Send us a DM on the Amber and Amber podcast on Instagram, or you can email us at amberandamberpod@outlook.com. So, Amber C, we got some stuff to get in today, because normally we chit chat beforehand, but we got some stuff to discuss.
Yes, right? We do. Yeah, we do.
So let us get into that. Today's Amber Says is what exactly?
Well, who all gonna be there?
Who all gonna be there? Who? I mean, it's like the Black Anthem, is it not?
It is. Every time you go somewhere, first of all, who all gonna be there?
Like, Amber, you available Friday? Actually, who all gonna be there? Because it's gonna dictate the answer that you can exactly ask.
Yes, for sure.
So, Amber, see, who all gonna be there?
Let's see. We have some fellas here from the podcast Speak Between the Lines.
Wait a minute, fellas. Why we need fellas? I think we do pretty good on our own, don't we?
Well, sometimes we don't want to have just, the perspective of the females. We like to have the perspective of the males too. So I think it's okay to include them, They seem like they doing their little thing over there on their podcast.
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of these shows that are often either very specifically for men or very specifically for women, right? So yes, we always discuss in the opposite sex, but we never let them chime in, kind of defend themselves a little bit.
Exactly. So we're going to introduce from Speak Between the Lines. We got Ave, Red, and J-Rock.
Yes, sir.
How y'all doing, fellas?
What's up, ladies?
Hello there, fellas.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
Okay, wait a minute. That's sure. 1, 2,
wait,
3. Oh, no, ma'am. We are outnumbered. We don't do that over here. Let's bring some balance to the testosterone.
I know you have somebody for us, Amber W. I know.
Baby, yeah. Because you know what? Let's
get her in here.
Look, she is the bullet in the chamber, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I got Zakia Roberts, actor, writer, radio host extraordinaire, professional auntie from the ladies' room. Hey, Zakia.
Hey, y'all. I wasn't gonna let y'all be outnumbered on y'all. I was about to curse. First second, I was about to curse. I got so hyped. Like, I'm not gonna have these handsome, intelligent men come in here and overtalk my girls. Yes, I'm the bullet in the chamber to keep things even around here. You know what I'm saying? What's up, y'all?
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Right. Oh, wow. So before we get into this, I have a question to ask each of the two podcasts separately. Men, guys, I want y'all to kind of just tell everyone about your podcast, what it's about, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Young Ave, you got that?
No, everybody speak at once.
I was about to say, I was throwing a lot.
Y'all can't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Oh, no. Well, hold on. Let's say.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing
that. Y'all intimidated?
Nobody's shy. Oh. Intimidated by what?
These
what you talking about?
Okay. All right.
Know that.
All right.
So attract the black women automatically mean people get intimidated. I got you.
Thanks. So our podcast is called
Angles.
Speak Between the Lines. It's called Speak Between the Lines. We pretty much talk about, pop culture. We delved into a lot of stuff, man. Pop culture, finance. We delved into relationship topics. Anything pretty much under the sun we've gotten into in the past. So, we're pretty much an open book for us. If there's any topic that you want to get into, we probably talked about it on our show. So,
listen, sis, listen, when you called and said, listen, Amber C, and I want you to come in and even the scales in this men versus women combo situation. I said, oh, sis, say no more, say less, because I do a radio show every week on Sirius XM on Kevin Hart's radio station, but it is called The Ladies Room. And essentially it's just girls. We haven't started interviewing anybody yet. We haven't had any male guests, although we do have quite a few really supportive male listeners who be having a lot to say in the DMs. But in real time, when we're having these conversations, we don't have male input. I said, oh, listen, because all we talk about in there is the things that girls talk about when guys are not around. So it's like when guys listen in, they can be a fly on the wall into the private conversations that girls have. Now we have, pop culture stuff. You got to sprinkle all that stuff in to fill the time. I do like a television, like what am I watching segment, because I'm an actor. They're like, what's on your screen? So we have like real mainstream segments, but the majority of that show is love, relationships, sex, feminine grooming, what men don't be doing when they should be grooming different. Like we get into it be all kind of shots fired. I said, let me get in on this joint and ask them some questions, because I want to take some of this poll back to the show.
Rez look ready. He look ready. He got a notepad, don't you? I bet you do.
Let's go, Rez. Let's go. Let's get it.
He started.
The kids in bed. Ain't no hold barred now. Let's go.
It's time to go. No.
So but can we do an icebreaker real quick?
Before we get to the icebreaker, we're gonna take this back to 99, and I'm gonna need your ASL/marital status. So if folks are listening right now, you're not sure what ASL, that means you're too young for this show. I need you to log off right now. Log off. This is an explicit episode. Okay, so age, sex, location / marital status. Let's start with Miss Zakia Roberts. Then we'll head with Abe, J-Rock, and Rez.
Okay, so you
don't have to say your age. You don't have to say your age.
That was my answer for that.
Hold on.
I gotta say this for all the label people. I am a cisgender heterosexual females. Okay. I'm located in Los Angeles, California, and I'm single AF.
Okay. Single AF. Not just single AF.
By emphasis.
That's single.
You know how when black people say the word twice, it's real. I'm single, y'all.
Man, all right. Age, I'm 33. Sex, I'm a male. My status is I'm married with a daughter. She's 4, and I got 2 pups from Dallas, B-Town.
Okay.
Yeah, all day.
All right. So, age 35, status single, not AF, just single, and located in Dallas, Texas.
What's your name?
JRock.
All right.
Yeah, young Rez, 36, male, married, 2 kids, a puppy who literally just broke them through my door. So that's why I went off. Yeah, it's real.
Okay.
Full house.
All right, got a full house. Well, if y'all don't know already, I'm Amber W, actor, photographer, all the above. Yeah, Amber Shannon Williams, full name. Working right now, currently in Madrid, Spain. My age is grown AF, and I am currently married. Actually, I say currently, like that's going to be temporary. I am married.
I'm glad you called it.
It's only been a few months, guys.
Okay.
So I am married. Okay, Amber C.
And I'm Amber C. I'm proud of my age. Okay. I just celebrated an 18-year-old child turning 18 this year, technically 2021, and I'll be 40 in about a month. I'll be 40. So
go ahead, girl.
I'm female, and I'm currently in Illinois, but I'm from Florida. But I'm a truck driver, so I'm just everywhere.
Okay, that's a little bit of everybody. So we got all these people on here. I'm gonna need to do a vibe check, right? Vibe check. Okay, so we're gonna break the ice, and so I got a question for all of you. What is something that you have or have not done that would absolutely get your black card taken away? And first of all, I'm gonna need you to explain yourself, and it better be a good explanation. It better be a good one. What would get your black card taken away?
I'll kick it off. I'll go ahead because my wife was just getting on me on this. I have not watched Roots in its entirety.
So I'm just gonna revoke your shit right now.
I apologize. I disrespected the game.
I know I can't blame you though, because you know what? They don't even air it like they used to air it at Christmas every
We're not giving
Amber. See, no. Amber, I knew we were gonna get along. This is why I like you.
We taught that in school growing up. What you mean?
What school did you go to?
Right, I know, right? Because I didn't see that in school.
I'm for real.
What?
Amber, see?
Frederick Douglass.
I'm finna pull your black card too. You coming up with a whole lot of excuses for why he ain't seen it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to figure out what was part of the school district's itinerary that had roots on it.
I know.
Where was what at your house?
No, I get the house, but he said he heard it in school.
Yeah, in Shreveport we played it. You played it in Black History Month.
Come on, Louisiana. Come on, Deep South.
Doing that in Texas.
Let me find out you went to Booker T. Washington.
But you know what? Y'all really gonna pull probably all my black cards, and I don't. I have not seen Jungle Fever, Boomerang, New Jack City, just to name a few.
Oh my God, I'm finna log off.
That's enough.
Hey, Amber,
but my explanation is I wasn't allowed to see this as a kid.
Me
so
neither.
as I got older, I never felt the need.
None of us were supposed to see that. None of us.
Right.
But we all watched it.
Oh God, I had her on the first movie, but when she said Boomerang and New Jack,
She kept going. She had a list.
That is still an inconclusive list because I'm pretty sure it's some more stuff on there that she ain't said.
You seen Coming to America?
Probably. Well, no, she's seen
Not
it
the new one
because people always used to tell her growing up that she looked like what's her name, Lisa. They always said she looked like Lisa growing up, but she kind of does. I could see that.
So she saw that one because she saw herself reflected.
She saw herself in it.
She did.
She saw herself marrying a king.
Amber had to go take a whole break because she know we done pulled her card.
Right.
She's somewhere trying to find excuses.
She's trying to find the rest of that list. Okay.
Y'all got on her for
that list kept on going though.
Y'all got on her for her thing. That's messed up.
All right, who next?
I mean, I'm not participating in this. My black card is not possibly revoked. Okay.
Really?
No, I'm black as hell. I went to the Howard University, the mecca of all black excellence.
Okay.
Ain't nobody revoking no black. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, the capital of the Confederate South. Okay. And I'm black. All my family was slaves. I know where they from. I'm black AF. Ain't nobody revoking nothing around here. So there go my ass.
Take it at face value, folks. You heard it first. The Amber and Amber podcast.
Wow. Let's see.
Just saying.
Oh, man.
Okay, I can't even say nothing against that.
Man. That's hilarious. I think mine, if I had to think, I was finna cuss. I don't really mess with watermelon like that. I don't really mess with watermelon like that.
You out? Nah, bro.
Like
Yo, sign out. You're done.
Bro.
You're done.
Not like that. Log off, bro.
Yeah, like it's cool, but it's not like I'm not digging at that first in the fruit bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all right, but
What you eating first in the fruit bowl?
I mean, grapes.
Pineapple. We're not gonna do this. No,
like kiwi.
Right. All right. So J-Rock, what about you?
I haven't seen any Tupac movie.
Oh, not even Poetic Justice?
Haven't seen it.
Wait,
Oh
see
my
that
gosh.
one? Nah, see, I was like, okay, until Poetic Justice. You ain't
Juice?
seen Poetic. I mean,
You ain't seen
'cause
Juice?
Janet
None.
Jackson.
Haven't seen any of
Wow.
those. Seen pretty much every other classic, but this never saw them growing up.
Oh wow.
And like now, so I just don't want to go back and watch it because I don't want to be jaded off of what they are now. You know what I mean?
No, you gotta go back.
That was
You gotta
You
go
gotta
back.
go back. You gotta go
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Let me ask
Yeah,
y'all
you
this.
got it.
Okay, because does anybody not know how to play spades?
Okay, so yeah, y'all didn't get to me yet. So
Oh, my
so
bad.
Well, the
so
big
I
joke out of it.
know now. I literally just learned how to play spades like a year and a half ago, but I know how to play like the Caucasian version. I do not know how to play the Black folks version of spades like at all. I literally just learned. I went 30 some odd years without knowing how to play spades and just kind of sitting on and looking on. I know how to play dominoes, but I couldn't play spades and I don't know how to play because like y'all be like saying the 2 is the highest number or something in Black people's spades.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, what's the Caucasian spade? But yeah, okay. So I don't even know them rules. I only know the ones we play by.
Exactly. I don't know the regular rules for spades. I mean, because my daddy taught me, and I don't think my daddy necessarily knew what the rules were. So he just taught me the basics, and then I like taught myself the rest on like those little games you can download and Play Store.
Mhm.
But other than that, I have no idea. So y'all gonna tear me up at the family function. I'm just gonna sit on and watch.
But you learned though. You realized you ain't know it and
Facts.
you figured it
I
out.
had to
Unlike
grow
these other
internally.
yahoos who said they ain't seen these classic Black cinemas and they gone back into the collection.
I'm sorry.
I'm so hurt. Amber, you not upset? We actors. This our business. How y'all ain't seeing all this classic black film?
Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all.
You right. You right.
Yeah, you just didn't eat watermelon. I appreciate that.
Right. See,
because that's way watermelon, way better.
I'm gonna try to be cool about that because I know some people are texture eaters. Some maybe it's a texture. Maybe you had that nasty watermelon that be like melting in your mouth. Like
yeah, maybe out of season. Maybe.
But let me be clear. I thought he said it wasn't his favorite fruit. Not that he won't eat it.
Yeah, he said he don't go to it.
I just don't really mess with it like that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little suspect. But
that's bro.
Suspect? How's that suspect?
Your palate is supposed to be tuned to watermelon, just out the womb, bro.
It's actually part of the black DNA.
Out the womb. It's like a part of Black. It's not in Black History Month, y'all. Y'all really had to.
We showing ours. We showing ours.
Showing our non-blackness.
Okay, so we were supposed to have Amber C come on through, but it looks like she is having some technical difficulties. So what we can do is give her a chance to log back in. I will send. There she is.
There she goes.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
she can't hear us.
Yeah, she can't hear us.
Can you see us?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay. Yeah. We hear you too.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Bark like a dog.
So he gonna pull out how much black cinema he does know.
Right.
Have y'all seen this one?
You gotta redeem yourself at some point.
I like it. That's a full circle moment.
All right, what did I miss? I'm so sorry.
Everything.
Girl, we ate your ass up.
They ate you up. I pretty much defended you.
Clearly, y'all done kicked.
They just dogged you out.
Clearly, y'all kicked me out the room. I'm just like.
I mean, that list you was doing, it was getting longer and longer. I said, man, if she named one more movie, we logging out.
She named another movie. And
it's like y'all said, forget taking her black card. We just going, she's not black no more, period. Bye. Y'all just kicked me out.
I think I was able to hold on to mine.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I pulled hers out. She was like, it's there. And that's that. So,
do you know how to play dominoes?
Yes, she already.
Yeah.
Okay. And spades now.
Look at Amber C trying to check her blackness. Like, well, do you know how to do this? Well, do you eat chicken? If you don't go watch them movies before the end of this month, we're gonna fight.
Not in my Black History Month.
It's actually like six of them total that I probably haven't seen, but I have seen Roots in its entirety.
Well, thank God for that. She know her history.
Normally, we do have. Right now would be the Amber story that we kind of transition into. But we're going to do, instead of Amber stories, we're going to do Amber's 21 questions.
Oh,
so we at this point now that we got the vibe, everybody passed the vibe check. A couple people lost their black cards, but we all here. We're here. So, Amber C, why don't you kind of lead us into this?
I feel that men and women are treated very differently.
Well, yeah.
Just in life, that's just normal. But I also feel that when it comes to men and women relationships with friendships or whatever, sometimes I feel like we can't really ask the questions we really want to ask them, or they feel like they can't ask us certain things, or, feel the judgment and
or your wife or husband, all of that.
Exactly. So I feel like this is a perfect time to just go ahead and put those questions out there. If you want to plead the fifth, you could plead the fifth.
No. I'm rejecting that. Can't nobody plead the fifth. Absolutely not. There shall be no pleading. I mean, there can be some pleading, but not of the fifth. Okay. So
what'd you say?
Now that you think about it, this little double standard we doing.
Like, no, so we can't plead the fifth.
No, you cannot. I'm halfway.
I am
you can't
with her
even pass the question. You can't even pass the question. Like,
yeah, we're not passing.
Like, come in and be for real.
We're directing questions.
No, we not off the table.
So basically, how we're gonna do this? Each person's gonna get 3 questions to ask, I believe.
Yeah,
leave 3 questions. Anyone can answer,
or everybody.
Yeah, basically. But you say specifically, hey, I have a question for Rez, or I have a question for J Rock, or whatever like that. The point of the thing is, though, you want to ask the opposite sex that question.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna throw in one more thing. You can tag team. You can answer the question, but if you feel like your boy can get your back better, you can do that, but you can't pass it.
The way that came across, the way that sounded was not how you intended it, because you said he can get your back, right? Isn't there like
pause? Let me help you. Pause.
I mean, because maybe can I go back and listen to that because you let your boys get your back like that, and I was like, okay.
I didn't mean to like. Okay,
slow down. Slow down.
I didn't stop.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna reiterate everything. So everybody gets 3 questions. You can ask a question to whoever you want. Everyone can answer. Everybody gets 1 question, but we're gonna rotate 1 question at a time. So that way we can kind of get the flow right, and everybody get a chance to get it in.
What was that? Get it in.
Oh, that's exactly what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, that was
not by accident at all.
Ooh. Ow.
Okay.
Be careful, my boy Abe already got the mood light on.
Oh Lord!
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Amber did. She got the red light special up in the background, so.
And I'm sitting in my bed, so yeah, I'm ready.
You guys,
that's how you get out of being single AF.
This shit going left already.
All right, okay.
Y'all talking about vibes and beds and moods. We ain't even asked the question yet.
I'm looking at Red and I feel like he has something like it's just sitting there. It's ready to come out. So I really need to know what's hiding behind that smile.
You know, I'll throw y'all a softball because I saw this earlier today, and I am curious because y'all know Kevin Samuels. Y'all know the boy gets smoked every week, right? He gets smoked every week. So I'm curious about this because apparently he said that women basically shouldn't go on dates after 5 p.m. And he prefaced this by basically breaking it down that the longer you get into the night, the more likely it is that sex becomes an option. So basically, if you don't want to be in a sexual encounter with someone, what's the point of going out late at night when you know that's going to be on the table? Is that fair?
Like Kia could answer that one.
I feel like all of us want to answer this one because what I'm trying to say is, are all these women supposed to be unemployed? First of all, I mean, because if you got a job, how are you supposed to be going on dates before 5 p.m.? Like,
I thought 5 p.m. was awkward anyway. That's traffic.
Yeah,
Zakia, I need your perspective on this.
I have so many things to say. Oh my God! First of all, Kevin Samuels. I love how you phrased the rest. Did he say it like this? Women shouldn't be going on dates after 5 p.m. Was that like actually what he said?
Not. No, he didn't. No, that's not a quote. Now I'm paraphrasing for him.
Okay, because I would love to know who's going on the dates with the woman. Like, why is it not people shouldn't be going on dates after 5 p.m. if they don't want to get in a sexual situation? How you gonna who asking us on these dates? Okay. Second, I'm sorry, sir. And I use that term loosely. That's not to you, that's to him. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Shorty, the sun is down. So it's what? Listen, when I was younger, and I've said this on my show several times, I had a complex about dating guys who would like do the most. Really expensive restaurants, order anything you want on a menu. I felt like he's expecting something from me. Like there's an obligatory kind of energy here. And I'm not even gonna front, like I'm being completely honest. I have had sex with guys after dates because I felt like, that was an expensive meal. I was younger and less aware of my own self-worth or whatever. Yeah. But that was at least like an exchange rate. You trying to tell me, son, that cause I go out when it's dark outside, forget what Amber said. First of all, I might have a job, so this might be the only time I can go out. But if I don't have a job, if I'm self-employed and I set my own hours, because it's dark outside, I'm putting myself in a sexual situation. That sounds like a predator. He really does. Need to be off the air and probably sitting in somebody rehab. Because that man, I have listened to so many of his videos, and it's not like he doesn't say some things where I'm like, okay, brother, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Get these brothers right. Get these sisters right. It's not like everything he says is complete trash, but his delivery be weak. And then he says stuff like that. And it's like, what? It's two playing the game. And why? Because she going out, she should beware that she's putting herself in a sexual situation. Who's putting her in the situation?
So let me do this then, just to try to make it cleaner for him. All right.
Yeah, clean it up.
Okay, so I think what he was ultimately trying to get to is that if you go out past a certain time, I don't know where 5 p.m. I think that's just an arbitrary number. I don't know why he picked that number. That's a stupid number to me, but whatever. But we all know booty calls are a thing. If you get a call or a text after a certain time, you know what time it is. Yeah. Right? Bet. So the later in the night that you get, I think what he was trying to say is that you be naive not to think that sex would be something brought up or on the mind subconsciously. Not saying that you have to do it. I feel bad, when you was like, yo, I felt obligated to kind of do it like that. That sucks. I get it, but I mean, that sucks. But I think that's what he's trying to get at is that, yeah, you probably be naive to think, all right, dude hits you up, says, yo, let's go to the club. Hey, let's go, get some shots. And it's 10:30, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what do you think he's doing?
Yeah. Okay. So, but I feel like that's not really a date. Like, I feel like most of us who are considering what a date is not really, let's go pop, lock, drop it at the club or, take it to the head at the bar. I think it's like when women are going out on dates, we are thinking it is the movies or going out to eat or some event festival or something like this. Now, nighttime shouldn't be synonymous with sex. I do get the direction that he thought he was going in with that, but it don't make any sense. First of all, even if he said 8 p.m., 9 p.m., nothing good happens after midnight. It's like there's things that we want to do that happen late. And if we enjoy having your company, and we want you to be there with us, it doesn't mean we trying to pounce on a pogo stick.
Right. It's like, but that's almost like saying a woman shouldn't wear cerern clothes because it might,
exactly.
It's that same category.
It's cut from the same cloth, Amber. See, it's cut from the same cloth. I think, one, we got to know he a little older, so he come from a different generation. But times, they done changed. Consent conversations are happening at a very young age. And I feel like for him to say that is to continue to perpetuate the narrative that like certain things indicate sex when the only thing that should indicate sex is sex. Yes, I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
The presumption that she wore a short dress, she got her cleavage showing, she flirts with me, she put her hand on my knee at the dinner table, she won it, it's popping, it's going down. I don't care if I make out with you in the car for 30 minutes. That don't necessarily mean we have sex. I think to say it will cross a man's mind is a fair statement, right? Yeah. But to say women shouldn't do this because men will think this. That's like putting some sort of restriction on one sex because another sex can't keep it together. And I don't really know those type of men no more. Like, I don't know if I ever knew them. I might have been feeling obligated to do something they didn't even expect, but I don't know those guys. Like, I don't know no dude that's just expecting because they asked me to do something like, this is what's going down. They might be thinking about it, but they're not expecting it.
Like, expect it. And you know what I had to do? I threw that, no, I'm a good Christian girl and I just don't.
What you mean by expected? They like straight up pressed you for it?
Yes. Like,
but this was in your dating days. I'm talking about these days. You ain't dating now. See, I'm out here.
Dang, just throw me out like that.
I'm saying you happily married, y'all. I'm out here in these Bumble streets.
I'm trying to figure out who make it out for 30 minutes. Like, we high school?
Right. Breast and somebody.
Rez, ain't you married?
Yes, but make it out for 30 minutes on the clock? Like, that's a long time. To make out?
That is
I mean, making out is a lot of things. It's not sex, but it's a lot of things.
Okay, I
got you.
It's a lot of things. A lot of things happening. Okay, I'm going to soften it up a little bit.
Go ahead, soften it up.
But all my questions are about love and relationships and stuff. Okay. So this is one that has come up so many times on our radio show. I just want to hear a man's perspective. Do you guys, this is for all the guys, do you guys believe in soulmates? Like the one, not like I found somebody who's really perfect for me and we are going to make this thing work because I love them. I love these qualities, not that, but like this is the one person that was made for me. Like all of these shows about finding the one, like not even just reality shows. There were a few shows literally on Netflix last year that were like about these chemicals that you could take that would make you know when you saw the one in real life. I think the show was literally called The One. But I just always ask my married female friends, like, how did you know like he was the one? And I swear before they got married, they didn't really believe in that. But now that they're all married, it's like, no, you just know. When you know, like, you know. So Amber, you can answer too, because you're married. But I hear enough females. I really want to hear like what the guys have to say about that.
What the guys have to say.
Man, you know what? I've battled with that question actually, because this isn't the first time that I've heard that question before. And it's funny because when, like, right before I proposed to my wife, I was with a friend of mine, and I asked him that same question, like, damn, man, how do you know? Like how do you know that you're ready to get married? Like, how do you even know this is the right person? And he said that he was like, look, man, it's not going to be a thing where one particular thing happens. Like, it's not going to be that. It's just going to be a feeling that you have. And so I think that was kind of the case with me. Like, do I believe in soulmates? I don't know if that's a question that you can have an answer to before you get married, to be honest. Like, I don't know if it's something where it's like, man, that person's my soulmate. Now, people might disagree with me, which is cool, but I don't know, man. I just think that there's things that happen after you get married. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you going over an obstacle, but it can just be certain things that you just recognize after you're married when you're not, that you didn't recognize when you were with the person, where it's like, okay, dang, yeah, this is my soul. Like, this is the person that I'm supposed to be with. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Okay.
That was very clear. You actually did answer the soulmate question.
You
like,
did.
Yeah.
Anybody else got a comment on that? Do you have to be married to answer this, though, Zakia? Or is it just,
no, I really just want to hear from the guys. Yeah.
So me being not married, my answer is no. Just because there have been females I've dated in the past who I thought would lead to marriage and I would have married, but clearly it didn't work out for whatever the reason may be. For me, I feel like it's more of a choice, and it's a choice to work through things. I know marriage isn't easy, and when people say this is the soulmate, this is the one, people think that it's supposed to be easy. And for me, it's a question of, do I want to work with this person? Do I want to go through the hard times? Is somebody who I am willing to go through the low points to get to the high points with?
Okay.
I got a little different take on it. Respect, Rock, but I do believe in soulmates. And not only do I believe in soulmates, I also believe that people don't typically marry their soulmates either. I believe that either A, you don't identify the soulmate at the moment, or B, you basically identify them once it's gone. Like, but that person never leaves you. Like, their presence, for whatever reason, like, it could be the most minuscule thing that will remind you of a person. I don't think a lot of people really marry their soulmate. Statistically, I mean, a lot of people ain't married because, I mean, half the people that get married get divorced, right? So I would agree. I think I would argue that they would say, oh, no, that's not my soulmate. Like, they can burn in it. Like, you know, people get crazy with their exes. So, I mean, let's just keep it a buck, keep it a stack, right? I do believe in soulmates, though. I do. I've seen it. I've seen two people connect, and it's just like, that was that. Like, that was it. Whether they made it or not, I mean, that's their story.
Right.
Damn, that was 3 different answers.
Yeah.
Oh, we do this. What?
I might be more confused than when I asked the question.
You got 3 different guys who are at 3 different parts of their life, right? Like, you have Rock, who is not married with anyone. You have me, who's probably been married the longest out of all 3 of us. And you have Rudy, who's been married and then has a kid. I mean, twins, you know what I mean? So I think our perspectives of soulmates just kind of different based on our perspective of what we went through. Am I able to ask a follow-up question to y'all's question?
Go ahead.
All right. Does a soulmate have to be somebody that you have a romantic relationship with?
See, that's what I was actually about to get into. But
I was specifically asking about romantic soulmates, just to be clear. But no, I don't think I think you can have other kinds of soulmates.
Your soulmate may not be the person that you marry. It could be your sister, your cousin, your grandfather, your best friend. Like, it could be someone that's not romantic. But as far as the one goes, I feel like I am relating more to what Rock is saying. It's like, romantically, I feel like the one is going to be the one you put all that effort into. It's going to be the person that you're most willing to compromise with, as well as who you can tolerate. Because my daddy always told me how you're treated is going to be dictated about what you tolerate. So he's just like, people are going to treat you based on what you will tolerate. And if you tolerate a lot, usually we tend to do that for people that we love more and that we tolerate more with them. So I don't know.
I like that. He didn't teach you how to play spades, but he taught you something else.
I mean, he did.
He did teach me. Y'all so petty. I love every bit of it.
That's okay. I'm gonna write that down because I'm coming for you.
You didn't get to answer the soulmate question, Amber C. Do you think people have romantic soulmates, like a one person? I know you can have soulmates that are other family members or friends, but I'm talking about romantic. Like, there's a one love for everybody out here, and that you know when you meet them.
I'm gonna say this. I've been married 3 times, and I clearly my soulmate ain't been none of my previous husbands. So I definitely don't believe that it's just one person for everybody. Now I do feel that you might have more of a connection with one person more than you might have with someone else. You feel like you may never have that connection, but I don't believe there's just one person. I believe you have soulmates. There's a thing called soul ties. I think you have a tie to multiple souls. You can have multiple souls that you're tied to or made it to, and you just might be lucky to come across one of those, because out of all the billion people in the world, you're telling me there's one person? Well, that's not fair, and to say that, for one. And I I believe they're soulmates. They're romantic soulmates, yes. I just don't believe there's just one. That's just unrealistic to me. I just can't put
y'all
that
have
in a
all
realistic
effectively
mindset to say,
gone against every married person that I've asked this question to prior to this show. Every person that I know that's married, I don't know if they scared, and they're not on the radio, so it's not like they scared that, their spouse will hear, but they didn't believe in soulmates before, and now married, it's like, oh, no. When you meet the one, you know it. But these are all women. That's why I wanted to ask the guys. Yeah.
So is it safe to say that you shouldn't look for the one? You should just look.
You should. I mean,
for
you should
somebody
never do that.
Just be cool with. Like,
you should not be looking for the one. You should. What it should be, in my opinion, is that what I always tell people, and I'm going to do a show on this later, I think, is that you literally have boxes. I actually write mine down, though. You literally have boxes of things. You have your non-negotiables. And this is what I say. So I usually put imagine usually about 10 things that you look for in your partner. Like the top 10 things that you look for in a partner. 3 of those things need to be non-negotiable. At least, like, if they're not, for some people who are really religious, like if they're not, they God-fearing, then that's just a non-negotiable for me. If they have kids, that's a non-negotiable for some people. So you get yourself 3 non-negotiables, and the rest of them are like things that you enjoy and you would like to have in a partner. If I go on a date and this person checks off between 7 to 10 boxes, then for me, it's like, including my non-negotiables, that means they have kind of earned the pass to move forward to the next level. Now, for your marriage, it's basically like you've agreed to accept them for however they are before you got married. And they had what you wanted when you got married. You decided that was enough for you. So it's just like, you have to, what we don't do is give people the same credit we give ourselves when we change and when we grow and we change our mind, or we're no longer the person we were before. We're okay in knowing that happens, but we don't extend that same benefit to other people. So I feel like your soulmate doesn't exist, but that person that you're willing to put the work in, I guess technically is the one, maybe, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, the one that you selected to marry, that you making that person the one, in correlation of saying, oh, we met because that's my soulmate and that's the one. Like, no, you put in the work to make that person the one, to make that person fit.
They checked off more boxes. That's exactly what it is. It's like they checked off more boxes.
What made them become the one? Is it because you feel that that's your soulmate, or that's because, like Amber W said, they checked all the boxes? That's what I'm saying. It's like, how are you defining soulmate by, oh, he has everything I'm wanting. He has all that. Does that make that someone their soulmate? Or does that make someone that's your definition of the man that you want to be with, or the woman you want to be with? That's what I'm saying.
Well said.
I'm not mad at that.
So the females who have answered that question with the definitive, the one is equivalent to the soulmate, there is no explanation for it. It's not like he checks all my boxes or he just has all the qualities. It's just a knowing. That's how they all describe it. So I'm like, well, then I've never met him, because if it's a knowing, then I wouldn't be questioning, right? And that's the literal answer.
And I appreciate that, because that maybe they've been enlightened and it manifested for them, and we just have not, or people like me have not felt that same, oh, I just know. I feel like I know that once I know that that's the person I want to be with. So maybe
here's the thing, Amber. See, I don't want them to be right. I was hoping to come on the show and these men and you married ladies be like, absolutely not.
No,
it's a choice, and you make it work. You find somebody who's crazy you can handle, and the bad is outweighed by the good, and that is your one, right? Because the opposite, what they're saying is depressing. Because how many years of life I got to live to have that feeling y'all talking about?
Yeah.
So I wanted them to be wrong.
How is that going to affect the relationship you're in now? Because you're like, this don't feel like my soulmate. Right. I'm not going to put the work into this.
No, I think they're conflating the two issues about being the soulmate and the one. Like the soulmate is always the one that you're with. It's not the person that you say, okay, I choose this person. That doesn't mean that that's your soulmate. And I think, unless I'm hearing it wrong, that they're conflating.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're not conflating. No. They're combining. They're saying that the one is your soulmate, right? Oh. That's the information I'm getting. And that I wanted to refute. Because I don't want to believe that there's one that is, I'm waiting for a knowing that is indescribable, and that's the person that I'm supposed to set my sights on, and they are feeling the same thing for me. For me, it's so much more digestible to know who you are integrally, like as a whole person, what you bring and what you're looking for, and find somebody who is most aligned with that, and they're finding you most aligned with them, and making the everyday choice to choose them and work through the stuff that doesn't align, right? Yes. That is a manageable way of it for me. Yes. Because I do watch too many Hollywood movies. Yeah. All the black ones too. Shots fired. And I used to live in a movie, but now I live in reality.
You're supposed to be on my team. You're supposed to be on my team.
Yeah. I feel like that the one, it sounds like a bunch of anxiety. It sounds like a bunch of unnecessary anxiety. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like Disney.
Yeah, it's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale that doesn't exist.
Some Aladdin type shit.
That's what we grew up on. We grew up on that.
Supposed to find one person. Bullshit.
And if it don't work out that way, then it's like an automatic no. Or it's
you know what? I blame Lion King because
bye Amber C.
I blame Lion King because Nala.
Of all the Disney love stories, Lion King was the one that was more about the boy finding his manhood. Why is that the one?
Because they got separated and they got reconnected, and that makes you realize that maybe that's their soulmates, because he left and they still found each other while she was hunting for food. She stumbled upon him way however far. That's why
hold on. No,
that as an example.
That's a reach.
That's what people can relate to.
We reach it.
Maybe Cinderella, maybe Romeo and Juliet.
Pump the brakes. First of all, Nala had to go through the desert the same way Simba did. She would have died long before she found Timon and Pumbaa. So that's not even let's get that out the way. But sidebar, Abe, you bring up a good point.
Don't sleep on Nala, son. She could survive.
Right, she did all by herself.
She lived off love.
The female lions do the hunting.
Love and desperation.
Okay,
that's what she's about.
So guys,
not food, not water.
Gotta head to one of these guys because y'all doing some good stuff with these questions right now. So which one of you guys is next? We're gonna go in boy girl order.
I got a question. It's kind of in line with what we've already been talking about. So my question is, out of these traits, which one could you tolerate in a relationship? All right. Poor communication, bad sex, poor money management skills.
Where is D, none of the above? Wait, no. Okay.
Nah, you gotta pick one.
Wait, repeat the options one more time.
All right. So out of these traits, which could you tolerate in a relationship? Poor communication, bad sex, poor money management skills.
3.
Yeah. She said, I'm thinking the D. Like, what?
Goddamn right.
I can tolerate.
Goddamn right.
Bad sex. I've had to do it before. So.
But were you?
Wait, say that again.
She said tolerating bad sex.
I said I could tolerate bad sex because I've had to do it before. So I know I could do it. What do you mean? I happy? I mean, yeah, in a sense, because I always got myself. I mean, that's
it's a no for me, dog.
Is it more so like? Is it someone that's married, or is this more so for a single person? Because it's different for single versus married, I think.
That's very true. This is somebody that you are with. You have an established relationship.
You're in a committed relationship.
Your partnership for life.
Yeah. Yes, your
partnership. That would be same answer for me, Alex.
Okay. Okay, no, then Amber W., what would you say your answer is?
Man, because y'all.
Amber said D, none of the above.
Man. Well, no, see, because I gotta answer. So this is hard because having someone with poor communication skills would drive me crazy. It does drive me crazy. Like someone, you have to kind of grow with them, but if they just never understand or never communicate, and it's just you're always in this. Ooh, that does something. That starts to eat you from the inside. It starts to decay before you even get started. Then the sex, it's like, whoa, that's tough because, sex is...
Amber going to talk us through each of these reasons why they all important.
Totally. But then, but the thing is like, doesn't there reach a point in a relationship where you can't physically have sex anymore? And then what do you have left at that point?
It's like she's working it out mentally right now.
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I thought I was going to get my answer by the time y'all finished yours, but I didn't. And so the last one, the money, I feel like maybe that would be the one. If I could be the money, the breadwinner, I could deal with that.
And here's the caveat. If we communicating well and our sex life is good, if I can handle money well, I'm going to help pull you up to my level. We talk about partnerships, not a fling, like a marriage, relationship, long term. So my job is to fill in where you are weak, right? But I can't fill in for your bad sex. I can't fill in. I mean, you can fill in, but I'm also going to cheat on you. So then we ain't married no more because I'm unfaithful. And if we can't communicate, I think that is the number one thing because that is the bedrock of everything else. Like that's how you continue to have good sex because you communicate.
Well, see,
you know what I mean? So I don't know. But y'all married people married men, what y'all think about that?
Well, I've got a follow-up question real quick for the ladies. All right. So all three of y'all picked C, right? The bad money management.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No.
Okay. Amber C. Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay. So for Amber W, if they have bad money management skills, do they even get to the date for you to find out that they can't communicate and have bad sex?
I dated some broke dudes. I mean,
we didn't say broke dudes. We said poor money management. We didn't say broke.
I mean, but we didn't say like.
I would assume someone who can't manage money would not have much of it in the first place. That's just me. Or
you might not be rich, but you ain't got to be broke. It's levels.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
There's levels to it. I mean,
okay.
So let's assume even if he is broke or I've never really met a rich person who made their own money and couldn't hold on to it. I mean, does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
It's really only rich, broke, and poor. That's kind of the way society's stretching us.
What's the difference between broke and poor?
Oh, poor? Like you on the streets, man.
Mindset.
You talking about homeless people?
Money, but you just,
yeah.
I might not be going on a date with a homeless person.
I'm pretty sure you're wait, what's going on?
Okay, so what you ask is,
yo, she is froze. That is a hilarious face.
That is. Let me just screenshot that.
I thought she was still shocked.
I did too. I thought she was shocked, just like, bitch. That's her bitch face.
For
like,
real.
Bitch. That's. Okay, to answer your question, would I even go on the? Yeah, I think I still go on the date. I mean, because at this point, first of all, you don't even know that much about the person in the first place to even know that they have bad money management skills. So yeah, I'd probably still go on the date with somebody or probably marry them.
Right.
I'll extract.
Okay.
What about the guys though?
You want to?
That was
same categories. Because I want to hear this double standard come out real quick.
Double standard? What you mean?
I just want to hear it. See it. I want to see if that double standard come up and rear its ugly head.
I'm going to see. I'm going to see.
Okay.
Like, hold on, wait. You said out of these traits, which one could you tolerate?
Yeah.
Without, I thought which one could you live without, right?
No,
which one could you tolerate? Poor money management. Yeah.
No, I can't do the poor management. Can't do the
what do you prefer?
I do the best sex because it's gonna age out anyway. Like if I'm gonna do life with somebody, like I gotta keep it a buck. Yeah. Oh, she's not frozen. That's really her reaction. That's awesome.
That is. Yeah, eyes are blinking this time.
I saw her eyes blink. Yeah. No, because the money management, like that's long term, and the communication is long term.
Yeah.
The sex is gonna go. She sooner or later the back ain't gonna drop.
The hip just maybe I done throw my hip out. My hip. All you got is love at some point.
Yeah, that's
true. That's fair.
Rocket, why you can?
Rock, what you think, man?
Hey,
I must say bad sex because everybody can be coachable, but
can they?
But what if they're eternally bad at sex?
Yeah, no, this ain't something that you can fix.
Yeah, this ain't
they are
fixable.
eternally bad at sex.
This
is eternal.
Yeah.
Like how bad is bad? Like
bad.
You don't like
you
it.
you gonna say, you know what, just get up, just get off.
Like,
okay, you want to cuddle or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
watch TV.
Does that exist?
Yeah.
J-Rock said, does that exist? Niggas out here dealing with that?
Like, hold up, bro. Like, every girl you slept with ain't been fire. Let's stop.
But
it's levels, though. There's a difference between fire and trash.
Have you ever had somebody like, you know what? Stop it. I'm done.
Yes. That's what we're talking about. You have this kind of sex for the rest of your life.
Rhythm ain't all that. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no rhythm.
Well, that'd be the worst, dog. When they be on top, dog, and they don't.
You don't get to say nothing because you tolerating that. So you stuck with the bad sex, Brad. So we want to hear from the other two.
Right, go ahead.
We don't gotta talk.
What? Shut up.
So poor communication is what you will tolerate.
I don't care what she talking about.
That is a catch-22 question. No,
it's like it's a bad. No matter what I think, it's bad.
It's a good question.
It's a great question.
It don't really matter.
Wow,
it's a great question. But what I'm saying is, every answer is going to be like, really, you can do
that? Yeah. I'll probably.
Come
if
on.
I had to choose, I'd probably go with bad sex.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm learning so much, bro. I'm learning so much.
Hey, you know
men are tolerant. Okay, I'm working too hard out here. Let me chill.
We all right. So the thing about poor money management skills is that regardless of how well my money management skills are, she's going to sabotage that. So it's not necessarily about her not making money. She can overspend. She can buy too much. She can take out loans. So it's not necessarily about, she ain't got no money. She messing up the money that we do have. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I come from the school of thought, because I'm always talking about Black people. Okay. I come from the school of thought that a lot of Black people have financial literacy issues. And so money management has a lot to do with never having had things and not having information, right? I think that's way more coachable than bad sex. I think that's way more coachable in terms of like, she just don't really know how to do this. Now, I guess if we talking about a woman who's like a gold digger, like, I don't care, I want to spend information or not, that's different. But when you say the words poor money management, that sounds like someone who doesn't know better, who just hasn't been given the tools. Because understanding the economy and how money works in this country is an actual thing. And nobody really teaches you it unless you go to school and major in something having to do with business or economics or marketing or learning that stuff. I mean, they put creditors on college campuses. Soon as you turn 18, here go this credit card. Don't nobody teach you nothing about how to manage it. So if your parents didn't give it to you, and God knows what they got from what generation they grew up in, like, you don't necessarily know. I know I had to learn how to navigate money myself, and like figuring out how important a credit score was. Just in the last 6 years did I get my credit score to a place where I'm proud to say it out loud. You know what I mean? But it wasn't because I was reckless. I just didn't have the tools. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I guess I'm speaking from personal experience, because I'm like, no, I was coachable. So I know it's possible. But I feel like, y'all telling me something about this aging out with sex and it not being that important. I'm learning a lot. Like,
no, nobody said it wasn't important now.
Let me turn.
But you said, eventually it's gonna be gone, so you don't care that much. So
hold on, y'all. Let Amber sneak in.
Let me say something real quick. When being taught that men are providers and all that type of stuff, that most men can't function when their finances aren't right. Like, that's what, like, a lot of, like, even Steve Harvey says, when men don't have the 3 things that they want in life, their career, their finances, and I forget what the other thing is, they have to have those 3 things down before they really feel like they're ready to, like, there's some men out there that will do better doing that before they actually settle down with someone. So if a man can't lead his household financially, then it's going to really affect him. Like, I can say that because I've actually ran into a lot of men that way. If their finances ain't right, they can't focus on nothing else right, because it's like, no matter what, they can have sex, they can do that, they can communicate, but then they still know, like, if a partner that constantly spends money, especially if you have a child involved and that person is spending money to the point where it's like, now this man can't get on top, he's so far under, because if he comes in that relationship with money, and then she don't come in with half the money he may have, and she goes through her money and then goes through his money. It's more than just poor money management at that point in time. It's more selfishness. And I feel like if a man can't get grasp of his finances, then he can't be productive in the world because he's too busy focused on how the hell am I supposed to take care of this? Because a man even is taught at a young age, you are the provider, you're the protector, you're supposed to do this. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go out and do all the work. That mindset still isn't a lot of men. Now, is it 100% like that? No. But when it comes to the financial part, it's like it's engraved in their mind. Like, I need to make sure my shit is straight because I got a family to take care of. That's how I feel like it's why I can say most
that makes
men
sense.
and myself can go with effects.
But I for sure have one of them that didn't have all that naturally ingrained in his system.
No.
And
true, you didn't. You're right.
It ended up pulling me down. Like me, who's coming out and like I'm on top of my finances, credit grade, and all of this, and then someone here who always got to struggle, you know, and here I am, you putting myself out there, putting your things on my credit card, you know, having to support us because you can't keep a job or because you don't know how to save money. As soon as it gets in, it comes in the account, it's out of there. And that was really tough. So I do understand that was really tough. And it kind of, you lose respect for the person you with. You don't want to have sex with them no more because you don't respect them, because you're just like, you kind of loathe their existence at times. And I could see that. I could see that point. I can. I'm looking at Zakia because I know she's just like, I ain't giving up the sex.
She ain't rolling with it.
I ain't giving up the sex. I respect that too because, you know,
I mean, hey, yeah.
I mean, what is the two reasons that they say people get divorced? It'd be money and infidelity.
Sex. And sex.
So I feel like they wasn't what, you know what I'm saying? So it comes down to, we can give these great responses based on our own perception of the world and experiences, but it really comes down to the person and what you can tolerate, like what is most important for you. As I was listening to y'all talk, and y'all are both married, like, you know, they spending this and it's messing you up. Like, I don't even, so this is why I'm single and don't know if I'm ever going to be married, because I can't even wrap my brain around all my money tied up with all your money.
Damn. Screenshot that too.
Clip it. Clip.
Right. I mean,
merge.
You froze. So
yeah, you did.
You're in the middle of saying that you can't imagine having all your finances tied up into somebody else's finances. Can you hear me?
I can't reconcile with that, but I recognize that that's what people do in marriage. They merge all their stuff. But I also think you can make marriage what you want it to be, and people have different arrangements, you know what I'm saying, for different stuff. So like, I can't imagine that everything I got is tied up into you just because we got married, or everything you got is tied into me just because we got married. Like, you came, I'm not one of those women that comes to the relationship like, well, he got money, so we got money. Like, so I can spend freely because he's my husband, and I wouldn't expect that from him. But I believe in separate and a joint account. I do. And I believe that both people should individually be good regardless, as well as have their joint account. This is how we pay our bills. This is how we do our whatever. And if you spend all your money in your account, I love you, so I'm not going to let you starve, but you're not finna just be out here nilly-willy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Taking my cards and spending X, Y, and Z. You can get a card with a limit. When that max out, you done for the month. Like, I would do that to a man, which I'm sure would be emasculating. But if you can't handle it, this is how we got to like teach you. And I would expect a man to do me the same way. Like, listen, I try 2 months in a row. You maxing out a card. This is your limit. Like, this is what you can do until you can learn to budget, because you're not bringing in enough to cover. I think I would be willing to have those conversations, but I don't know if the guy would. So it really is about finding somebody who matches up with what you're tolerant of. Because when Amber C was talking about they not even going to want to have sexual intercourse with their significant other if the money ain't right in the house, that's real. Like, that's a real thing. Like, I can feel that. I feel that from both sides. Like, I don't think when a man is providing nothing that a woman is quick to be like, take it off, honey, let's get it popping. Like, we feel the same way. So I definitely think they're connected. I'm agreeing with you. I think they're definitely connected 1,000%. It's just like, which one in a relationship do you value the most? We all made some great points. It's a hard one. Like, this is a great question. I would love for people to like DM us their answers.
Yeah, that would be really great. Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Actually, if you hear anything on here that you want to chime in or got a comment on or would like us to elaborate on, send us a DM. Y'all know where to send it to, Amber Podcast on IG, because some of these questions are really good. And I feel like I would love to hear like a lot more people chime in on what they think. But go ahead, Amber C. I know you got something to say.
I was just going to say, touch on what Zakia said about, I agree with what she's saying. You can put all those restrictions on somebody, but what if somebody isn't working? The one spouse isn't working for whatever reason. There are stay-at-home moms, there are stay-at-home dads, because I say that I speak from personal experience. When one person controls the purse, meaning the wallet, for my first marriage, I was a stay-at-home mom with my 3 kids. I had to work just to pay for Amber W to help me watch my kids, just so I can go to work to get out the house. Because when we lived in Germany, I lived on base. The daycare on base had no competition, so they had the highest prices there was. For 3 kids, it was almost $1,800 a month for 3 kids to go to daycare.
Preach.
We could not afford that. So I had to stay home. Didn't want to work. I had to, hire someone to come into the home to watch the kids. And that still took a good portion of my pay. So my thing is, it was cheaper in the long run for me to not work. Because, so when you have someone controlling the purse strings and they're not good with money, then it's like, okay, how are we supposed to do this? You're not good with money. I can't bring no money in the house. So what do you want me to do? Like, what in that situation, that's where it's like, ooh, I think
that's a cut and dry. The person with poor money management is not the person who runs the purse strings. I don't believe in that. The man should take care of the money and the women should take care of the kids. I'm not into that level of traditional relationship. So like if you good with money and he not, then he stay at home with the kids.
But I had no choice.
Right. What you mean you had no choice?
We're not finna be done already.
Oh no, we're not gonna end it like that. Stay tuned next week and you will see the conclusion of the part 2 mashup between the Amber and Amber podcast. See you guys next week.